Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I got an email from a subscriber, and the subscriber sent a donation, so thanks for your donation. And remember, guys, if you want to guarantee that your question will be answered, make sure you click the link below and send a donation. So this one says, Mr. Locario, I'm writing to ask for advice on how to not only get my head in the game, but also keep my head in the game when I'm in the field trying to holler at women. A lot of the times I miss out on opportunities to make things happen because I'm either afraid to approach, or I'm not really in the mood, or my mind is on other things, so I'm not focused on women in that particular moment until it's too late and the girl has left or whatever. There are times when I go to the mall, or I'll be on my 1 hour lunch break, or even at the grocery store, and I'll tell myself I'm gonna cold approach some women and shoot my shot. Sometimes to pace myself or whatever, I'll say, okay, I'll try to cold approach and then close the deal with at least one woman. I'll make little game plans, speak words of motivation to myself, and all kinds of shit. However, as soon as I'm in these environments and see women, I get timid and don't do anything, or if I do something, I don't flirt or close the deal. It's a lot of shit that holds me back mentally and affects my performance in the field. In many instances, I feel high levels of regret and say stuff to myself like, damn, I know I have what it takes. Why am I being such a pussy? I really beat myself up a lot when I don't apply the game at all, or when I don't apply it enough. Like, I'm highly self-critical when it comes to the whole cold approaching women thing. Even if I succeed in certain aspects of the interaction, I'll find something to criticize about myself. Sometimes I feel like I should take a break from the whole women thing and focus on other things, but I know that's not going to be easy for me, and I personally feel like it's not hard to balance women with other priorities in life. Although I'm emailing you, I feel like I know the answers already to being consistency and confidence. However, I still have difficulty and would like to know what you think and would recommend. Sometimes to even say hey to a woman is hard. And other times I feel like my interactions with the women I do have the confidence to approach are too friendly, and I never tell them that I'm attracted to them or I want to be sexual with them. Going back to consistency and my lack of it, 10% of the time I'm bold, confident, and close the deal, etc. And I've actually gotten women in bed by being confident, bold, and direct. Within that 10%, most of these women are from online. However, 90% of the time, I still suffer from approach anxiety and fear of rejection, especially the former. I really want to get better at confidently and consistently approaching women in person and shooting my shot with them, so I won't have to heavily rely on online approaching. Going back to the main purpose of this email, please help me to develop a mindset that's full of confidence that I can learn to consistently use on women without fear of hesitation or whatever the fuck I'm struggling with. Also, I have the audio version of your How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day book, and I listened to the chapter on mindset. I really want to start getting more success with women and also stop beating myself up over the women I don't approach or close the deal with. All right, so there's a lot going on in this email, but basically, you're saying that you're trying to get better at this cold approach thing. And now a lot of guys have issues with the cold approach situation, but in what you were saying that you were getting, some good results online, right? So you should definitely keep doing that. And if you're getting a good amount of consistent results online, you understand what I'm saying? That's a good thing, but it's also a good thing that you're trying to learn more about cold approaching, because that's also another good skill to have. But the thing is that, and this is what I say to guys all the time, is that don't get so bent out of shape about how you get the girls. You understand what I'm saying? As long as you're getting the girl. So I say that to say this: if you're having success online, right, and you're having a good amount of success online, and things are going, good for you, and you're actually getting girls and having sex with them and doing what you got to do, don't worry too much about the cold approach. Now, again, it's a good thing that you want to learn how to do it, and it's good that you're trying, and it's good that you're putting yourself out there. But at least you are good at getting girls online so that you're able to still meet up with girls, hook up with them, and do whatever you got to do, right? So a lot of times, guys, I had another guy I was talking to, and he was saying like, he was like, yeah, man, I'll be getting like girls online. Like he told me he basically gets like 3 or 4 new girls a week online. But, he was like, yeah, I'm having trouble like meeting girls at bars. So I'm like, well, why are you wasting time meeting the girls at the bars when you're getting all these girls during the week online? But again, like I said, it's still good to have that skill. So, I'm going to tell you about, what you can do to brush up on that skill. But I just wanted to first say, if you guys are getting, girls through, other situations, don't beat yourself up too much about you not getting it in a different way. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're getting a lot of girls online, don't beat yourself up because you're not getting girls through cold approach. If you're getting a lot of girls through cold approach but not online, don't beat yourself up because you're not getting girls online. The point is that you want to be able to get the women. So if you're getting them, period, that's a good thing, right? Now, with that being said, it's still good to be well-rounded in the game. So it's really good to know different ways on how to make stuff happen. So I'm glad that you're actually out there trying to learn how to cold approach, even though you are getting chicks online, right? So I'm just flipping it on this end. Now, the thing is this, and I'm not sure if you have my program, Master Approaching Women in 30 Days or Less, because I basically talk about how to step-by-step do this in a way where you can, get better at approaching girls and interacting with women, right? But what I would tell you now for the specific thing is, you were saying that there's times that you would be able to approach the girl, but you were having trouble stating your intentions or letting her know you're interested, so it'll be a little bit friendly and all this other stuff. And you were saying that there are times where you wouldn't approach, you would, hesitate, or you would just kind of like, punk out or whatever it is, right? And so the thing with this is, when it comes to you developing the skill that it, as far as it comes to cold approaching, is that it's really just about getting in the habit or getting used to approaching random women. So it's more about the habit of doing it versus it being this scary thing to do or being this hard thing to do. You understand? You just got to get yourself in the habit of doing this, right? And from what I'm reading, it doesn't seem like you're that bad at it, because you're saying that there's times you were, even going up to girls and you were able to talk, but you just didn't close the deal because you're scared of getting rejection. You got that approach anxiety and all this other stuff. So what I would say for you to do is this, is that one, you got to get into the habit of doing it, meaning that you want to go out there and do it as much as possible, right? That's one thing. Two, what you should do is that give yourself specific goals to do at specific times, so that you're not all up in your head and you have something to do. So for example, you say to yourself, okay, this whole week, I'm going to approach, let's say 5 girls a day. And each of those 5 girls, I'm going to let them know in the conversation that I want to exchange numbers and, hook up with them later on. Right? So that's all you're doing. You're not, just having friendly talk. You're not just like, having conversations about nothing. You have a specific thing you're going to do when you approach those 5 girls, right? And so, you could do that for a week. So I'm going to talk to 5 girls every day this week. And each of those girls, I'm going to close the deal and let them know that I want to hook up with them at some point, right? So you already know what your goal is to do. So the thing that messes up a lot of guys is that when they're out here cold approaching and just randomly talking to women, they don't know what to talk about or what to say or what to do. So when you already have that game plan in your mind, right, it's easier for you to do what you need to do because you already know what you want to say. You already know where the conversation is supposed to be going. You see what I'm saying? So, for example, you go up to the chick, you be like, hey, what's going on? How you doing today? And she's like, oh, I'm fine. I'm like, yo, my name's Lucario. What's your name? Stacy, nice to meet you. Listen, I saw you from across the street. I thought you was really cute. And, I want us to exchange numbers because, me and you should definitely get together and hook up sometime. Right? Simple. You do that to 4 more girls, and that's all you do. You feel what I'm saying? You could literally do that in like 20 minutes. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is just really doing that, but also, again, making it a habit. That's why I say you do it every day, 5 girls a day. Do that shit every day of the week. And then it becomes easier the more you do it because you're immersing yourself in the situation. You see what I'm saying? And another thing too is that you just have to jump in. This is the problem with a lot of guys. You think too much, so that thinking makes you hesitate. And so this is why I'm saying have that specific goal, because it takes away the what you have to think about. You already know what you got to say when you go up because you already have it in your mind. This is what I'm going to talk about for the day when I'm talking to these girls. So you have that thing that takes you from thinking too much. Now all you got to do is jump in and do the thing. Jump in and say what you got to say. Now, again, some girls is going to go for it. Some girls are not, but that doesn't matter. It's about you doing it so that it becomes that habit. It becomes that thing you get used to. You see what I'm saying? Because the more you get used to it, the easier it becomes. And the more it feels like something you need to do. You understand? When you develop a sort of habit, like a lot of people do this when it comes to, going to the gym, where if you, actually, go, let's say every morning before you go to work or you wake up, you say, okay, I'm going to go to the gym for a half an hour. And then the next day I'm going to go to the gym for half an hour. So let's say 5 days a week, you do that. And then you end up doing that the next week, 5 days a week. And then because you keep doing it, what's going to happen is when you wake up one morning and you're like, let's say one day you wake up and somebody's like, hey, come do some other thing with me. You're going to feel weird not going to the gym because you're so used to going to the gym every time you wake up. You see what I'm saying? You've developed the habit. So what you want to do is you want to develop the habit where it's going to feel weird going out and not approaching a woman. You understand what I'm saying? And see, that's the key a lot of times, is that the reason why it's hard for guys to cold approach is because they haven't made it a habit. You understand what I'm saying? And so a lot of times guys will do something like they'll go cold approach tonight and push themselves to try to do it, maybe talk to a few girls, and then they won't cold approach again for another 3 or 4 weeks. Right? But if you was cold approaching 4 or 5 times a week, you know what I'm saying, for the whole month, and then you kept doing that for another 2 months, then it becomes a habit. Then it becomes easier because this is something that you're driven to do now because it's become that habit. Then you just start doing it without even having to really think about it. Right? And then you already know what you're going to say. You have those specific things in your mind that you want to make happen when you're approaching a girl, and you just do that. You just keep it real simple like that. You understand? Even let's say you just want to get some girls' numbers and you tell them, hey, let's go get a drink sometime or whatever. You're like, hey, what's going on? My name is Lucari. What's your name? Oh, Jennifer. Nice to meet you. Anyway, listen, I just saw you from down the road. I thought you was cute, and I'm going to give you my number, and I want you to call me tonight because me and you need to get together and get a drink sometime. Boom. That's it. Then you move to the next girl. You do the same shit. So every time you see a chick who you're interested in or you like, what's going to happen is that hesitation is going to be less. That, that anxiety you have is going to lessen because you're so used to doing it. But again, you got to push yourself to do it. You have to have that agenda in your mind of what you want to say. That makes it easier for you to get out of your head so you don't hesitate. And then you continuously do that so that it becomes a habit. You understand? That's what you got to do, guys. And guys, if you need more, advice on approaching the girls and on the, doing the cold approaching stuff, make sure you go to MrLucario.com and get my program, Master Approaching Women in 30 Days or Less. It is only $7. Okay. That is the least expensive thing I have on my website. So make sure you guys get that. It's only $7. Okay. So I will holler at you guys later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Click the link below to get the ebook 60-Second Game. In this book, you'll learn how your confidence, verbal communication skills, appearance, response to rejection, and honesty can affect your game. Click the link below to get your copy today.
Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below to send me a question. If you have a question on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And 3, I want you to click the link under that one to go to Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month.
What's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.